Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for May 31st through June 6th. Yeah. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check it out in the description box below if you want. Now let's see, Pisces. What's going on? Whew. Hard-ass energy you've dealt with over there. All right, the overall energy for the reading, the Queen of Cups. I see that as being you, pretty much standing in your power. Okay, all good. Now, in the recent past, you get the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, the World. Wow, this is a karmic cycle that came to an end. I feel like it was pretty much destined for whatever happened here to happen. It definitely comes in as a transformative kind of experience. So again, no idea what happened, but it feels very powerful. And it feels like it closed off that cycle over there. In the current situation, you get the Two of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. Something's coming together in a beautiful, beautiful way. In terms of you and another person, there's definitely a lot of healing going on in this situation and a lot of building in this situation. So working together to create something beautiful here. In the immediate future, you get the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Hermit card. It feels like when you're falling into that place of logic too much, you may fall into that place of fear also, that fear of abandonment, fear of losing this, fear of, it's kind of a normal kind of situation. I'm not too worried about it because you do have the Hermit here also, which is telling me that, yeah, this might happen. This is basically a warning that you're getting too logical about things. You know, when this pops up, when this fear that, because it feels like something is building up right now. And it gets to a point where it's like you may start questioning it, start being like, well, is this going to last forever? And that's when the fear steps in, basically. Are they going to leave? Am I going to screw it up? What's going to happen? Blah, blah, blah. But again, I'm not very worried about it with the Hermit being here. So let's see. Let's clarify. Let me clarify the Queen of Cups. King of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Ten of Cups. Interesting. So there's definitely, things are heading into a very good direction here. Through pain. Let me just put it that way, because it's kind of like, let me try to explain it in a simple way, and that's the most simple way I could think of explaining it. So I feel like things haven't been necessarily easy, at least for you, and it feels like you've learned a lot. Unfortunately, I don't even know if I should say unfortunately, because that's how we learn, through pain, you know, but things are looking like they're in that place of taking off into a very good direction. And in the middle of all that, a dose of pain has been thrown in, because again, we can't learn without that. Let's go into that past over there. Let's see what happens. There's too many major arcana. It's like everything is major arcana in there. And I'm like, you know what? Usually I try to avoid clarifying the past unless something is calling out to me. And this time I'm like, I want to avoid it, but I can't. Let's do the Wheel of Fortune. Eight of Swords, King of Cups, Ace of Wands. All right, a lot of confusion here about definitely somebody here that shows up as your counterpart, your other person. It feels like this person is showing up with an open heart, with good intentions, with, I want to do this, I want to create this with you. But there's a lot of overthinking. I feel like on both sides. I feel like this person came with a lot of overthinking, and then it got transferred onto you, and it all became this whole mess of thoughts instead of love, basically, because it is here. The love is definitely here. So it could have been that this person showed up in a very pure energy, and then it all turned to hell when the thoughts started taking over. And I feel like it went like that for quite some time. Let's do the Devil card in the recent past. The Tower, the Five of Cups, the Page of Wands. Somebody was just not letting go of the past here. This shows up as a pattern almost. Somebody taking their whole luggage from the past and throwing it into the new situations they were dealing with, which this was one, for example. So just because something happened to them a while ago and it affected them, they kind of put it onto which is something that we all do at some point to some extent, until we realize that, oh my God, I'm dealing with a different situation here. Why would I take the experience with that person and putting into this with this new person, which is another energy, but I'm still doing it because, you know, I'm human and we all do it. But somebody had a hard time here releasing their past. So they brought a bunch of things from the past that kind of messed up. They still presented themselves as being interested here, but that didn't matter at some point, you know, because this overtook the whole love, the whole beauty, the whole curiosity of things. And my God, it feels like it's a lot. Let's do the World card in the recent past. Four of Swords, Six of Cups, Page of Cups. Oh man, these pages. I feel like this falls more onto them than you. What I see you doing is responding to this. Basically, this person is bringing you an energy and you respond to it within the same energy. Even if you are carrying a whole lot more energy, and you would have to give a whole lot more energy, I feel like you were basically responding to this. It's hard to explain. Whatever they gave, you gave back. You are functioning under that equal give and take exchange, basically. And I feel like you did it without controlling it. Not like, oh, you're giving me a candy, I'm going to give you a candy back, even though you have 100 candies, you know? So it's kind of like a response on your side from what I'm getting. It's their own crap that they needed to deal with. It feels like an ending of a cycle there, though. It feels like they stopped falling into that past crap cycle. You know, bringing in the past, bringing in the past. At some point, I feel like that stopped. Let's do the Two of Cups. In the current situation, the Moon, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. There's a sense of discontent here. Problem is, it's showing up as being hidden, as things are looking good on the surface. Things are looking like you and another person are coming together. It's beautiful. It's looking like things are heading in a good direction of stability, of long term. In the middle there's a sense of discontent. There's a sense somebody's unhappy about something. Problem is, they're not talking about it. They're not even, I feel like they're not even recognizing it fully. There's something that bugs them, you know, but it's like, what is it? I don't know. Let's move on with our life. Why look into that? You know, it doesn't affect us. Well, it doesn't affect you now, but you know how it is. Left unattended, it can grow. It's not like a plant. You water it, it's gonna grow. Well, you're actually watering it, but you don't even know you're doing it. So there's definitely a sense of something there. lurking in the shadow. The Eight of Pentacles in the current situation. You get the Lovers, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. It's interesting because I see your energy being in a very good place in terms of you're involved in this 100%, but you're not giving it your whole energy, your full energy, your primary goal here, your priority here is you. And it's not in a selfish way. It's not, oh, I gotta take care of myself and screw them. No, you're here in this, but there's a whole lot of self-care involved, to the point of whatever happens here will not take you down, basically. Yeah, it's going to affect you, but you are not going to let it take you down. Not in the way you present yourself here, you know? Let's do the Four of Swords in the current situation. But things have definitely shifted from the past energy. Two of Cups, Three of Wands, Two of Pentacles. All right, it feels like things are building up in that direction of the two of you coming together in that beautiful place. It's a matter of waiting. It's a matter of patience. It's still a matter of taking care of details to make that happen. Meanwhile, there's a lot of healing on your side. I feel like there's a lot of healing on their side too. But things have shifted into a place of building this situation up into a beautiful place. From a vicious cycle of something very toxic there. Just not releasing things from the past that weren't healthy to this dynamic. That cycle is done, and now you have shifted into a new place with this. For the Five of Pentacles in the immediate future, you get the Hierophant, the Star, the Five of Wands. Definitely a powerful connection at play here for you. There's a little bit of inner conflict about whether or not you want this in your life. You're showing up in both places. In the reality of things, you're detached from this. In the 5D or the soul connection, you're all the way in this. So there's a little bit of a split here. And that creates a confusion here about whether or not you want this, you know? It feels like you're almost having a fight with yourself. Like, do I want this or do I not want this? Well, if I want this, then why isn't it fully present as it is in the way that I feel it? So, you know, there's a little bit of, a little bit of your own struggle there with it. Let's do the Queen of Swords in the immediate future. What's up, baby boy? Coming over? But you can't sleep on the cards, though. Okay. For the Queen of Swords, you get the Three of Swords, the King of Swords, the Hangman. Still some pain here between the two of you. Whoever you are attached to here still has some things to work on, still some painful things coming to the surface for them to work on. I don't see them necessarily being eager to address those things, to work on those things. Head bump. But they definitely recognize that there's something here they still need to work on. Again, I don't see much action on their part to work with those things. Let's do the Hermit. What'd you do? You put hair in my eyes. Here, this is yours. For the Hermit, you get the Knight of Wands, the Fool, the Six of Wands. Yeah, there's still, I mean, it looks like the situation has progressed in a direction, a good direction, a better, way better direction than it was in the past. Things need to be worked on still, here and there. I like the way you're working with this, though. You know, there's a sense of kind of floating with the energy that's coming and being like, oh, okay, this is happening now. Let's work with this. Or there's still a little bit like an ounce of a step behind you, but they're slowly but surely getting there. Let's see what the universe has. Knight of Swords, Five of Wands, Page of Swords. All right. Somebody's being a little bit impulsive here. Now, I don't know if it's you or them. I kind of get that it's them. It could be you, but I kind of get that it's them. Where their actions, the way they're doing things, comes a little bit controlling, a little bit like forceful. And that may create a little bit of conflict between you and them. But I see them backing off. Okay, they're creating that energy. The conflict is there already. But at least that tells me that they're recognizing that their actions might be a little off. So that's a good thing, because again, that gives them something to work on. If they wouldn't recognize it, this conflict would blow out of proportions. But I feel like they're backing off, so that's good. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.